Well, good evening there, Driftomaniacs. Richie here, and tonight it's my Losi dbxl-e top 5 likes and dislikes. I have to say, there's a lot to like about this car. Anyway, I'm going to set the camera straight off the tripod and move in, because a lot of this stuff you need to see up close and personal. Sorry if I've been a little bit behind on my videos this week, but it's been Monterey Car Week here in sunny California. I'm a big car fan, big real life car fan. I've been down there, some absolutely unbelievable cars down there, and I also saw the Ironman jetpack. Google it, the Ironman jetpack flight this week. Absolutely awesome. I'll put some video footage of that at the start of one of the videos. If anybody wants to see it, let me know. Anyway, enough of me, more about the Losi dbxl-e. Well, the first thing you've got to love about the Losi dbxl-e, the DB stands for, by the way, Desert Buggy, so its official name, Losi Desert Buggy XLE. The first thing you've got to love about it is that sheer size of the thing. It weighs 33 pounds with the batteries in. If you've seen some of my jumping videos of this jumps better than anything I own. But the first thing I want to say is what I love about it is that size. Now, if you've got Traxxas UDR and you thought that was big, think again, as I've got the Traxxas UDR here and I put it on top of the Losi as a comparison. Okay, there we are. Still think your Traxxas UDR is big? Think again. So that's my number one like about the Losi dbxl-e, is sheer size and sort of brutish look to the thing. Well, it's that very large scale size that's actually set me thinking about buying the Super Baja Ray, because it's very similar in its scale appearance to the Traxxas UDR, but you're getting virtually the same size as this thing is. A little bit narrower, but nonetheless. Well, the second thing I absolutely love about the Losi dbxl-e has to be that 8S power, and it's also kind of a slight dislike, if you like, on there, which more on that in a minute. This thing on 8S, absolutely phenomenal. The speed it reaches in like 30 feet, nothing short of incredible. This thing, as just put my hand next to it, is not far short off the size of a Coke can. The motor on it is that large on air. The 8S power, just simply phenomenal. I thought stuff was quick on 6S. The ability for this thing to put that power down is just, I can't describe it. You need to go and try an 8S car, like an 8S x-maxx, an 8S Losi dbxl-e. Just try 8S at some point in your life, because you will try it and you'll go, ah, I want one of those. The downside to these batteries are about 110 bucks a piece. So you're looking at a car, MSRP of just under $1,000, plus another 220 bucks for the batteries on air. I got mine from F&M Hobbies in New Jersey. Link to them below the video. If you speak to Jim, I'm sure he will do you a much better deal than the $999 list price of this car. If you buy the batteries, I'm sure he'll do a great deal as well. But so the batteries are like the lifeblood of the car, but they're also fairly expensive. 220 bucks for the pair, plus the charger if you ain't got one. Certainly something to think about. But the power they give this thing, as I say, this is why it's point number 2. The power they give this thing, combined with this motor, simply phenomenal. Unstoppable power on 8S. You've got as much torque in there. The thing would probably break your ankle if you accelerated at 5 miles an hour into yourself in the parking lot, as I might well have done. Okay, point number 3 that I like about the Losi dbxl-e has to be the transmitter. Where's that, Richie boy? This little dial here for the AVC, Active Vehicle Control. The reason why I love this car so much, the reason why I bought this over and above an 8S x-maxx, as I was split between the two, this thing will corner with the AVC. You can take corners flat out, full steering lock, full throttle, and this thing will not turn over. A lot of that in part, I'm guessing, is down to the design of it, but also down in the main to the AVC, Active Vehicle Control. It's like Losi's version of TSM, of Traxxas's TSM. It controls both the steering and the throttle, so you can just keep the thing absolutely nailed in a corner, and this will accelerate. So this will corner flat out, close to its 50 mile an hour speed on full lock, and it's not going to flip or anything. It just grips and goes. The same with the acceleration from a standstill. The thing is just the ability to put its power down just out of this world. Do watch some of the videos. I'll put a link to a couple of them below this one, but do watch them and check that out if you've not already seen that. So that's point number 3, is the AVC. Well, point number 4 has to be that light bar. Let's me turn the light off and show you just what I mean. There's no other lights on in this room other than the light bar on the Losi dbxl-e, which is making a horrendous noise tonight, by the way. But that is one of the reasons that but that is why this is point number 4 on the things I love about this car. That utterly amazing light bar. I've actually driven this at night in the snow. Absolutely great fun. Wouldn't recommend it though when you've got large fence posts and trees around, as I do. Okay, when it comes to point number 5 as to what I love about the Losi dbxl-e, it has to be what you're looking at here, the suspension. I was torn between, there are so many other great features on this car, but I'd like to keep it to the top 5 on my likes and dislikes on here. The suspension on this thing, simply unbelievable. This car has gone probably, I'm thinking, conservatively estimated, done 90 to 100 feet through the air, in excess of 30 feet vertically off the ground, and has landed without any suspension issues whatsoever. The ability of this thing to land, it's 33 pounds in weight, remember. It should be demolishing itself from 30 feet up in the air, but no, it just bang, takes it, absorbs it upwards and onwards, doesn't flip over. It's not too bad of that. The only time I've got it horribly wrong is one time when I jabbed the brake in midair foolishly and the thing pitched over. It landed on the roof, the roof was nearly going to be my point number 5, because there's a built-in roll cage inside the car. This thing landed upside down from 30 feet and survived. How many cars weighing 33 pounds are going to do that? Only this one, I think. Well, on point number 5, the suspension is absolutely phenomenal. Can be a little bit tricky to work on. It's more of a gripe, if you like, rather than a dislike. You need a special car stand like I've got, something big enough to hold this off, because this ain't going to sit. Because when it comes to repairing it, it ain't going to fit on your normal Duratrack stand like this. It's simply not happening. You're going to need a proper dedicated stand to fit it on. So it can be a little bit tricky to work on. Everything is very logical in its order. You are left a little bit to guess to your own device. Losi do great exploded diagrams of the Losi dbxl-e, but there's not many how-to videos, etc. On the internet as to what order everything goes together in. So you need to figure it out a bit yourself. So it's not something to buy maybe if you're absolutely new to RC, as you're going to need some technical know-how if anything does go wrong. That said, it is proving super tough. Not a lot, fingers crossed, he says, has gone awfully wrong on it. Well, there we have it for this evening, folks. That's my top 5 Losi dbxl-e likes and dislikes. Not much to dislike about this car. The one thing I would say, if you get a chance to play with an IS buggy or something like this, or the x-maxx, then do so by all means. They're absolutely RC life changing. You think 6S is quick, 6S is good, it's quick. This thing weighs like double the amount that my Traxxas UDR that I just showed you does, yet it can lay down the power just as hard, if they're not anything harder. This can corner flat out as hard as you like, give it full throttle, turn in maximum steering angle, and the thing just sticks to the ground like glue. There are very few cars that can do that. That's actually a reason why I bought this over and above the Traxxas AS x-maxx, because I kind of like the wheelie thing, I like the bashing thing, but what I like more is being able to absolutely blast flat out with all 4 wheels on the ground, enabling me to steer wherever the hell I like. That's what I like the most. Everybody eats their own thing. I appreciate the wheelie thing is good, the bashing thing is good, but I like all 4 wheels kind of nailed it around that grip thing, you know, whether you can just nail it and it just goes. You know what I'm talking about, guys. I've also got lots more this week, as I've got a load of spare parts come in. I've been busy achieving through till 2-3 in the morning, fitting the spare parts on the cars. So, if you don't want to miss any of that action, don't forget to subscribe, guys. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please click on the circle image to subscribe. And if you hit subscribe, then don't forget to hit that little notifications bell next to it.